Hello, welcome to part 2 of my vacation, birthday, library, whatever vlog. I'm gonna do this real quick because my battery is gonna die. I should have been charging this the whole time, but I have not been. This room is done, not done, but it's done being painted. I started listening to, while I was finishing painting this morning, Surrender to the Devil by Lorraine, Heath. And of course I have physical copies of these books, but I'm not carrying them around the house with me because I'm not reading them physically. Surrender to the Devil by Lorraine Heath was book 3 of the Scoundrels of St. James series. I'm about 60% or so into it right now. I have like a little over 3 hours, I think, of listening time. Well, 3 hours of the book. That's about an hour and a half, an hour and 45 minutes of listening time for me left. And I'm liking this one. This one is Franny. Franny is another one of Fagin's girl, like one of his kids, wayward children that he was with all the boys. She was the girl amongst the boys. This one is also very dark, which I appreciate, in historicals especially. She, at the age of 12, I think, was taken and sold to the white slave trade and was deflowered by a villain from one of the previous books, which I won't spoil for you. And the guys killed him, which, again, in the previous, I think it's in the first book it's talked about. I think that's the person who Luke killed in the first book was the person who raped and assaulted, violated Franny. So now she's kind of like, they're very, very, very protective of her, all the guys, which I love. I love seeing them come up and be like, the love interest, the hero, is the brother of Luke's wife from the first book. It's him. And he's, of course, a duke. And is infatuated with her. He doesn't want marriage. He's very explicit, very honest from the beginning that he just wants a night with her. He just wants to have her like in his bed. And she's kind of like, doesn't really know like how to navigate these waters, because yes, men have been interested in her, but she's never really, delved into that, and she's not really sure how to go about it, especially with like the past that she had, and the guys being very, very super protective of her. And they've come a few times and threatened Sterling, I think his name is. They've come and threatened him like in person, which I love it so much. It's so great. It's a fun time so far. We do see, so Oliver, I always think of Oliver and Company, which is still the thing of Oliver Twist. It's the same, but I just think of like the dogs and the cat. But we have Fagin, and then you have Sykes shows up in this book as like a new villain introduced, or like a new antagonistic character introduced. So I'm curious to see where he comes into play, because there's been a situation with him causing trouble. So yeah, I'm enjoying that so far. So I think I'm gonna, after I shower and like redo the touch-ups and the paint and stuff, once I'm starting moving furniture around and figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of my afternoon, then I'll probably listen to hopefully the rest of that today and get it finished. My battery's gonna die, so I'm gonna go charge this while I go do all of those things, and I will talk to you guys later. That took way longer than it should have. That was ridiculous. I've changed them out before, and it was super simple. It was 2 wires, a black and a white. They went on the line side. Yes, little miss. And that was it. It was done. This one outlet, I guess, was the start of the circuit. So it had 4 wires, 2 black and 2 white. So one was on the line side and one was load, but it wasn't labeled which was which. So I had no idea how to tell. So I had to 3 times. 3rd time was the charm. 3 times I had to, I had to find a place, or the right combination. Like, so there was 2 cables, there was 2 wires in each cable. There was a black and a white and a black and a white. And typically you would have the black go to the black, the white go to the white on the same side, because one cable is line, which comes directly from the breaker box, and the other one is load, which would go out to the whatever other outlets are in the circuit, right? So, okay, simple enough. The way they had this one set up was so, maybe because it was a 2-prong outlet and it's different than a GFCI or GFCI, whatever. They had like, so they did have white on one side, black on the other, but they had like them crisscross, like they were set up, so I figured I set it up exactly the same way as it was set up in the old one, which I've learned by now is not always the correct way to do things, which it wasn't. So I was like, okay, well, let me tell you, with the outlet being on the floor, the baseboards, I have an old house, like I said, there was about this much clearance for me to work, because the outlet, and I had no, it was so tightly wound inside of the receptacle thing that I couldn't even pull it out and like maneuver it hardly at all to like see what I was doing. And oh my God, was it a pain in the freaking ass. So eventually I got the right combination of wires without tripping anything completely. I had to stop and take a break because I was getting really mad. And then the other outlet in that room, like I said, there's only two. I literally had to cut out the plaster and like gouge out some of the paneling, because even that paneling was covering up the bottom screw of the outlet, so I could even get in there and get the freaking thing out. Luckily, I was able to, I was afraid that the new outlet wouldn't fit in the little box because the hole was so off center. But I did get it to fit in there. Everything is good. It works. The only other issue is because it's so off center, I can't get the cover to screw onto it. This house drives me nuts because it's so old, and like everything was put in, a lot of the stuff was put in like after the fact and maybe not done correctly, which also is a worry to me because it's electricity and that can cause fires. But so far both the outlets work. That took me like 3 hours. I don't even know what time the last update was, but it is 7 o'clock right now. That took me way too, all I was doing were those 2 outlets, and I showered. That's pretty much all I did. And then, I had to run up and down the stairs several times to turn the power on and off. And then I took a break for a while because I was getting really mad and I needed to vent and to relax a minute. My dogs haven't eaten. I just fed the cats before I came down. I haven't eaten yet. I'm thinking that I'm just gonna order Thai food. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Treat myself, because that was a nightmare. But I think I did it. I succeeded. I didn't give up. I was about to. If it didn't work this last time, I was going to be like, fuck it, I'm done. But then I would have had like an outlet that's just like open. So I would have had to put the old one in. I don't know. I wasn't ready to give up because I didn't know what to do with the outlet then. I couldn't get it to work. Anyway, I gotta feed the dogs and then order my food and then go out in public looking like this. Who cares? I'm just going to pick up, so it's no big deal. Hi, can I place an order for pickup, please? Can I get an order of pad see ew with chicken, vegetable spring rolls, and a Thai iced tea? And that's it. Yes. Okay, thank you. I said I was going to update you later, but I'm going to update you now because I feel like it. I have to catch up. I really need to catch up on, well, a lot of things, but my booktube videos, like I'm back in the hundreds again that I'm so behind. I was down to like 60 videos and then I got behind again because I stopped watching them. But I've been in the mood to watch, if you guys don't know Brittany the Bibliophile, I'm sure a lot of you probably do. But her vlogs are like what mine aspire to be. But I don't know what it is about hers that just like I can watch it. When she used to do like hour-long ones, I would just have them on and just thoroughly enjoy watching them. I don't know why. I think that's why I started getting more into like weekly vlogging, but it just didn't work out for me so well as it does for her. I don't know what it is, but hers are just great. So Brittany, if she ever sees this, you keep doing what you're doing, girl, because I love your vlogs. They're great. All her kitties and everything in them. I was just think my life is just boring, but like a lot of her videos, like she doesn't really do a whole lot in them sometimes. She does stuff around the house and works and reads sometimes, like one book in a vlog, and I don't know what it is about them. But anyway, I just wanted to come in and pop in and say that while I'm going to be watching some of her videos while I eat. The new Watcher video just came out too, where they play Poppy. I can't remember. They play some like scary game, part 2, but it's like an hour long. So I think I'm gonna, when I finish eating, I'll go do the touch-ups in the paint, and then I'll probably watch that and see where the rest of the night goes. And now I just ran up and down the stairs like 3 times because I couldn't find the freaking camera and I was panicking. Okay, so anyway, I finished touching up the paint. And then I was still listening to dropping the paintbrushes. I still had more of Surrender to the Devil left to listen to. So I decided to put up the blinds. Now, let me preface this by saying that these blinds I got at a discount price. I got them from a like liquidator store, so they were like I think $6. You get what you pay for, right? So the first one, I didn't realize my windows are 27 inches wide. So even though all the boxes I got say 27 inches, okay, except for this one here, didn't realize it said 23 and a half, and it doesn't fit. I mean, it fits because I put it on the inside of the window, but it doesn't fit the way it's supposed to fit. And not only that, the problem I have with both, I don't know if you can see. So the problem I have with also, that blind is the same as the good width. It's perfect. The height, however, that's all the way down. That's as far down as it goes. So it's a little bit short. This one also has the same problem. That's as far down as it goes. So once I get the curtains up, I'm hoping it won't make that big of a difference. Yeah, that's what I get for trying to cheap it out. But blinds are expensive, especially the nice ones that I like. I like those faux wood ones. It is now 10:30, and I wonder if I can. I'm putting you on a can of paint. Okay, hopefully that stays. It's 10:30. I finished Surrender to the Devil. I also grabbed the physical copy because I have not been grabbing them to talk about them, but I do have the physical copies of the books I've been listening to. I do not have any more of this series. I need the last 2 books. So I'm going to end up having to pick something else to listen to if I need to the rest of this week. We'll see. There's the step back. So this one, I think it's going to be 4 stars. It didn't grip me as quite as good as the first 2 books, but the ending to this, I appreciated the ending to this. I don't know if it's a spoiler or not, so I don't really want to say, but there is a famous historical figure that makes an appearance at the end of this book that I appreciated, and it kind of ties things together, and I like the way that it was done, the way she did it. So the beginning of this was really good, and then like toward the end I started to like not care as much. I still enjoyed the couple a lot and their story, and I appreciated the ending of how this ended, but still wasn't quite up to where the other 2 books were in the series that I've read so far. So that was the 3rd book I finished. 4th book I finished this week. That's crazy. It's amazing to me that when I have the time to sit and listen to an audiobook, how quickly I can actually get through them. So I have 2 days left to read the last book. Well, the second to last book, technically I explained this before. But anyway, one of the books that I want to get to in my March TBR is the Twisted Dead. And if I actually sit and read this, it really shouldn't take me that long to read it. These books are a fairly quick read as long as I don't get bored, which I tend to do. Like at the halfway, 3/4 mark, I tend to get, not 3/4 mark, but like maybe like a third half of the way through, I tend to get bored because it usually slows down. But if I push through, I should be able to finish this in a timely manner. And I also need to finish, again, Daisy Jones and the Six, but I have like less than 100 pages of that left. Like I have like 60 pages of that left. So I need to finish that because I also need to finish the TV show. I've been watching this show as I've been reading the book. And I don't want to, I think I have 3 episodes left of the show, so I don't want to get too far watching the show and not have the book finished. So I want to finish the book and I can watch the rest of the show. For that book, I was enjoying it like a lot in the beginning, and then I think I kind of got tired of it, and that's why I haven't picked it up to finish it. I kind of didn't care anymore. All right, that's it. I'm gonna shut up now. This is gonna be another freaking long vlog. I don't know why I talk so damn much, but I do, and I usually cut a lot of it out too, or most of it out anyway. Update, it is Friday morning. Friday morning, we only have 3 days, including today, left of my vacation, and I'm feeling it. I still have like sleep in my voice. I just woke up. But yeah, I'm feeling it. This is why I knew when I do start vacation and I have projects, I need to do them like the beginning of my vacation, because when I get to this point, I'm just kind of like, I don't want to do anything. I get like down, I guess, because my vacation's coming to an end and I have to go back to work, and I need to make sure like, I almost feel like I need to get enough like lounging around time in. I didn't even see him over there. There's Tyler. And then you got Amber's back there. And Sophie's over there where you can't see her. But yeah, there's Amber. Anyway, her ball's in my back. Oh no, that's her paw. I think that was your ball. Anyway, it's almost like I need to cram in as much like lounging around and doing nothing time as I can in like 3 days, which is weird. Maybe it's just today I'm having that feeling. I don't know, because like when I normally have like a weekend off, I usually have one day where I lounge around and want to do absolutely nothing, and then I have one day where I have like this spur of the moment wild hair in my ass that I want to get a whole bunch of shit done. So who knows? I mean, I got 3 days left. One of them could be hopefully one of those days. Anyway, we're gonna update you because I did not update you yesterday because of yesterday was my birthday, and it was a really awesome day. Except I did wake up. It was so super fucking windy Wednesday night for like a very short period of time, but it was strong enough winds that things were getting knocked over. Someone left their recycling out and it got blown all up and down the street. So I have a fence. I live in a duplex, and the fence running down the middle of the backyard has been rotting and falling down for quite a while now. And I was like, it was on my list of things to do to replace it and fix it. But yeah, with the wind, it blew it almost completely over. And the wind also blew over the neighbor's grill, like just toppled it right over. And I'm just like, this is a disaster. So so my friend Mike, who was picking me up yesterday, we're gonna go to Barnes & Noble and do whatever before we met our friends for dinner. So I was like, well, if you're not doing anything, you know, if you want to come over a little early, you can help me tear down this fence. So he likes demolishing things, so I figured that'd be a good time to do it. And my yard looks super weird now because there's no fence there. Anyway, yes, so yesterday was my birthday. We went to a fondue restaurant for dinner, which was really nice. I've been there like a few times before. They're pricey, so it's definitely special occasion sort of deal. So I'm gonna show you guys some presents and some things that I got yesterday, and I'll show you some of the books I got at Barnes & Noble. So one of the presents that Mike got me is a microphone, an external microphone that has you can change his colors on the bottom. It has like different LED colors. But when we filmed our reaction video to the Teen Wolf movie, there was a whole issue with the audio, which I think I mentioned I don't know if it was in that. I mentioned it somewhere, that it was picking up the audio from my earbuds and not like the audio from like the computer, if you know what I mean. It was using the microphone from my earphones. So the quality was all fucked up. So now we'll try this next time and see how well that works. So I'm excited for that because I've never had like a good microphone before. And then my friends that we met at the fondue place, we were talking about this a while ago about how I needed to get like a little like thing, a little stamper, or like a little whatever the thing is that has like you can put in books. It says like the library of. So she got me, I mean it has my last name on it, but I'm not gonna show you the whole thing, but she got me a stamper so I can stamp my books. It says the library of Sarah and then my last name.
And then she also got me a purple and a blue ink pad. Purple's her favorite color, so. So I'm like, oh, that's so cool. I guess she got it off of Etsy, and it looks like it was like maybe 3D printed. This is a really nice gift. I'm so excited. I said it's perfect because when I move all my books over, I can stamp them as I go. So it's great. Oh, there's Sophie. There she is, getting her face whacked with Amber's tail. Okay, so the last thing I got are books I got from Barnes & Noble. I got this. I've never really looked at the humor section of Barnes & Noble. I just never have a reason to wander over there, but we were wandering over there and I found this book that says fucking history. 111 lessons you should have learned in school. But it's like the fun bits, the scandalous, hot gossip that you really don't learn about in school. So that's why I'm like, oh, this is like I love this. And it gives you like and it tells it to you in like, just like a slangy modern tongue. This is one that Mike happened to find. It's called Bookish People by Susan Cole. And this is an independent bookstore owner who's burned out on books. She's mourning the death of her husband, the loss of her manager, her child's lack of aspiration, and the grim state of the world. She fantasizes about going into hiding in the secret back room of her store. Relatable. Meanwhile, renowned poet Raymond Chaucer has published a new collection, and rumors that he's to blame for his wife's suicide have led to national cancellations of his publicity tour. He intends to set the record straight with an ultra-fine point Sharpie, but only one shop still plans to host him, which is Sophie's. Fearful of potential repercussions from angry customers, Sophie asks Clemmy, bookstore events coordinator, aspiring novelist, and daughter of a famed literary agent, to cancel Raymond's appearance. But Clemmy suspects Raymond might be her biological father, and she can't say no to the chance of finding out for sure. This big-hearted screwball comedy features an intergenerational cast of oblivious authors and other overqualified booksellers, as well as a Russian tortoise named Kurt Vonnegut Jr., and captures the endearing quirks of some of the best kinds of people, the ones who love good books. It sounds so fun and so interesting and like a wild hell of a ride. So I'm excited to check this one out. And then the last book I got, which I do this a lot, where I'm trying not to, but I just need to stop saying that because I'm gonna do it anyway. I got the second book of a series that I'd never read the first book of, but I really want to because I think I'm gonna really like it, and that's Finley Donovan Knocks Them Dead by Elsie Cosimo, which is the second book of the Finley Donovan is Killing It is the first book. So I know the first one. I mentioned it in a video before because I think when I got Finley Donovan, that she is a author and she's struggling to write her next novels. So she's like in a coffee shop, like kind of like spitballing ideas with her manager or her editor or her friend or somebody. And someone happens to overhear what she's talking about and thinks that she's like an assassin or like a killer for hire, and asks them to, I think, murder her husband or something. And then she gets pulled into this whole other like debacle world. So I really do definitely need to read the first one of this, but I have so many books. I was walking around the store and being like, oh, I have that. I haven't read it yet. Oh, I need to read that still. Oh my God, I need to read that still. Like it's bad. And I read what, 4 books already this week? Yeah. So, those are the books I got from Barnes & Noble. It is like 5 o'clock and I feel like I've done nothing all day. I've done nothing. And I don't know where the time went. And I felt like I think I gave myself I set myself up for failure when I woke up this morning because I just had that, like I said in my last update, I just had that like feeling of just like being down and like I didn't want to, I don't know. I was just like tired and lazy and just having a lazy day and just didn't feel like doing anything. And now it's raining. So I did nothing all day. I except catch up on Brittany's videos literally that's all I did all afternoon. And then I was just finishing her last one and she had posted her new one. And I was all excited because she hadn't posted anything new in like 2 weeks. But so that was fun too, and a nice surprise. And yeah, so I'm caught up with that. And I did finish. Oh my goodness. Little girl, are you I don't know if you can see her. There's like a, where is she? There she is. Brina. I don't know. Amber just chased her. She was probably hiding under my bed. Like, Tyler, you want to see everybody? Like, they're all here. There's Brina. There's Tyler chilling. Amber's locked in the hallway, unfortunately, for right now. I don't know if you can see her. She's laying down. Oh, can you see her? She's like laying down right there. There's Brina's gonna go rub on her. I think she laid down so Brina would come rub on her. And then don't look at the chair, but Sophie's there. The chair needs to be cleaned, like, terribly. I need to vacuum it and get the dog hair off and then green machine it. So anyway, what I was gonna say was I did finish Daisy Jones and the Six. So I did keep my word on that. I know what I said when I was reading this, that I started to like not care anymore. I started like, my interest started to drop off. I had 30 pages left and I was like picking it up again. And I was like, oh, I forgot that had just happened. And it got me more interested to hear about like the aftermath of this one event that happened and like shook the whole band. And I almost teared up hearing the end of everyone's story and like the where they are now sort of thing. And then there's like a little bit of a twist at the end, which was interesting. So yeah, it's still, now I have to finish the show. Maybe I'll do that tonight because I have like 3 episodes left, I think. So this was good. I liked the style in which this was done. It was done in like interview style. I think it was, someone said, I read somewhere that was done like VH1's Behind the Music, where it's an author writing a book, doing interviews about the bandmates that were telling, the bandmates and like the producers and everyone telling the story of this popular band in the 70s, their rise and the fall of Daisy Jones and the Six. So it's fictional, it's a fictional band, but it's seems so realistic. And I was reading that supposedly Taylor Jenkins Reid got the inspiration for this based on Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac, which made it even more interesting to read about, because I didn't really know like the story, but suppose this was inspired by that whole thing. But anyway, so this was good. I don't know. A lot of people gave it 5 stars. I don't know if I'd give it 5 stars. It was really, really well put together, I will say. I'm glad I read it, and I'm glad I read it in tandem, I guess, with the TV show, because it made it more like to see it go from book to screen. So I think I'm gonna give it, I haven't rated it yet. It's not a 5-star for me. I was originally gonna give it 3. It might be a 4. I'll probably split it down the middle and make it a 4-star. Just because the beginning had me gripped. I was very, very interested in reading about this band, and their process and making it, starting from nothing, like a bunch of guys in a garage, to, you know, going on a world tour. And I like this format in which it was done. I think it was different. It was unique. It was inspired. So yeah, I think it's gonna be definitely 4-star. Yeah. But yeah, so that one's done. That's that. And now I don't know what. I know what. I have to read The Twisted Dead. Duh. So I'm going to film my March. No. It is March. April. My April TBR. And hopefully that one will actually go up, unlike my March TBR that did not go up. So we'll see. I'm gonna do my March TBR, and then I got inspired by this watching one of Brittany's videos, because she did this, and I was like, oh, that would be a great idea, but a lot of work. But the genius of it is I already have to take all of these books off the shelves anyway, so why not share with you guys which ones I have not read? We can count them together. So I think that's what we're gonna do today. We are going to film those 2 videos, and then I'm going to start reading The Twisted Dead and most likely not finish it today in time to do my March wrap up, but that's okay. I still read 6 books. So I just got finished filming a video where I talk about all of unread books on my shelves as I was pulling all of the books off of my shelves so I can move my shelves into my new library, and realized that I need to move the rugs over, and I have everything stacked on top of them right now. So there's that. Okay, so it is Saturday night. I spent a lot of the beginning of this day doing absolutely nothing. I edited a video last night and I realized I had the same error messages that I had before, and I was realizing that it's my pre-made end card that I've been using for the last few years. Something is wrong with it. It's corrupt. Like the music that I have that uses it, it stops about halfway through, and then it gives me some kind of weird audio error message. So you'll notice for the next little while, until I'm not lazy anymore and make a new title or a new end card, there will be no end card. Hi, sweet little girl. I have like cats in here everywhere. I'll show you real quick. There's Tyler. There's Ollie on the chair. Little Brina just came in. That's who I pet. I have Sophie here. Amber's in the hallway, and I don't know where Max is. He might be in on the cat tree. Yeah, so tonight, I don't even know what time it is right now. My phone's downstairs. It was like 5 o'clock when I took a break, and that was a while ago. So who the hell knows what time it is right now? If it's probably about 6, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to move my shelves into that, well, move the carpets in there, because I think the shelves might have to sit on the carpet, possibly. So I'm gonna move the carpets in there first, vacuum, move the shelves in there, and see what the fit is like, and then start moving other things over. I've been watching old episodes of The Tripod from the Try Guys. I don't know why. I don't want to listen to it. I'm not in an audio. I think I audiobooked myself out by reading 4 in a row earlier this week. I haven't picked up anything else. I did not finish reading The Twisted Dead. I didn't even start it. I did leave it out though. I'm going to read it for it's April now. It's April 1st. So it's going to have to be on my April TBR. I have a lot of editing things in my head to get done that for me to sit down and read, I wouldn't be paying attention. I would just be thinking about all the crap I have to edit, because I filmed a lot of videos, plus I have all the vlog clips, plus I have like 3 different videos that I filmed. I have my April TBR, which I edited. I have my March haul, which I filmed. I have to edit still. I have to film my wrap up for March, and I just did all the books, all my unread books, which that one, it can wait. Like, that's not an immediate, I need to post this immediately. So that one's I'm not worried about, but I need to do the first part of this vlog, part 1 of this vlog, this vlog. Like, there's a lot going on in my brain and I just need to take a step back and relax, because it's not dire. It's not like there's a time limit for this stuff. It's just in my head, I'm thinking, okay, my new roommate's going to be moving in a few weeks. Like, I want to make sure all this is done, so it's not like a big headache then. But anyway, I feel like there's like a timer counting down, and there's really not. So yeah, like I said, I've been listening to The Tripod. Some ones I used to listen to them religiously every week, and then just got behind with them. I used to like eat dinner and sit and listen to them while I was eating dinner, and then just stopped. So yeah, I'm trying to listen to some of those while I'm moving things around. And then I did finish reading Daisy Jones and the Six, which I think I mentioned, and I finished watching the show as well, and they changed the ending. Like, not the little twist that's there and like the one part, but like they changed how the book ended between like and they gave a line that someone said to someone else, and I was like, and they completely did away with the character of Billy, who was Eddie's brother, I think, And I mean, he was kind of insignificant in the book anyway. They just talk about him, but he's like not in the book really. So they just kind of completely took him out of the show, which was funny because they were still called the Six, but there's only literally only 5 of them, which I thought was funny. But it was good. I actually cried. I said at the end of the book, I might have started to get a little bit like I would have teared up, but I didn't. I legitimately cried at the end of the show. It was good. But because I had just finished the book, seeing all the changes at the end, I was like, wait a second, that didn't happen. The way it was ended changed because there's an event that happens literally like right when I started to pick up and finish like the last 30 pages. Something happened that changed the entire way the book ended, and they didn't have that happen. They had it happen, but not to the full extent that it happens in the book. And I don't want to give spoilers, but if you read the book, which most people by now have, you know what I'm talking about. So the end of the book went different, or the end of the show went differently, which was fine, I guess. But yeah, so I still enjoyed it. Okay, I guess that's it for this update. I don't know what else to say. I can't remember what I'd say in this vlog and what I've been saying in like other things. So yeah, okay, I'm gonna go get to work now and get some shit done. I give up. I officially give up. So I moved my shelves. I moved the rugs. The rugs don't fit properly, so they overlap by about like a foot, which is not whatever. But I was trying to vacuum the rugs in here, and stupid me, I had my TV and my Amazon Fire Stick plugged in, so I was listening to the tripod, and I had the overhead light on in the other room. And then I tried to plug in the vacuum into the new outlet that I had just changed. That was a pain in the ass that I was bitching about before, and it blew it out. And I thought, okay, well, it tripped it. Maybe there was just too many things on at once. There's only that's the only part of the circuit, because the only thing that went out was the other outlet where the TV was plugged in and the overhead light. And I'm like, okay, well, that's the only thing on that circuit, so whatever. Well, I unplugged everything. I couldn't reset the GFCI outlet, so I replaced it. I thought I blew it. Still doesn't work. So I was like, well, maybe there's a power coming to it, because my little sensor thing is picking up power. There's power to the light switch. The only thing that doesn't have power is the outlet where the TV was. So I'm like, okay, well, maybe that's what overheated or whatever. So I replaced that. It still doesn't work. I don't know what to do. I'm out of ideas. I'm gonna have to end up calling an electrician, which I don't want to do because I just feel like having an electrician come in. I mean, my house is very old. I have very old wiring, and I just feel like having them come in and look at this is just gonna cause a whole avalanche of other problems come up, like having the whole house rewired and just other things happening that I just don't have the money to pay for right now. So I give up. I don't know what to do other than just not use it. And I only have now this outlet, but that I ran the cord behind the bookshelves to use. So I don't know what to do. This overhead light thankfully does still work. So I'm thinking that I could probably, I have to see if it'll fit, but I did have plans to put my desk in here. And the only thing I really have to plug into it is my external monitor and then my laptop when I am using it in here. I don't always use it in here. So I only really need one plug in here, but I do want to have like a lamp in here as well. So and there's 3 plugs on that thing, but I can't plug in, like I'm not going to plug in a power strip onto that because it's not like an actual wall outlet. So there's 3 plugs on there, so I can just use my laptop, my screen, and a lamp. And really, that's all I need in here. That's it. I don't know. If I call an electrician and I'm going to pay the money anyway, I might as well just have them add more outlets. But I don't know what to do. I'm just going to have to start doing as I was doing and maneuver things around and just see what I can come up with. At the very least, this wall, I now don't have to worry about blocking it. I can put my bookshelves there and not worry about the outlet being blocked. I mean, these won't fit over there. Maybe 2 of them would. But I don't want to move them when I already spent the time running the outlet. And you can't plug in, again, can't plug in a power strip to a GFCI outlet. So sometimes it helps me talking it out with the camera, even though like probably most of this is going to be cut out. But anyway, it's Sunday, my last day of my vacation, which figures this is what I'm dealing with. And like, I'm just so beyond frustrated with just this house in general, and whoever did the wiring for it, because they fucking, I don't know what the fuck they did. So, all right, I'm starving. I haven't eaten all day yet. I've just been trying to get this outlet to work, and now that I've exhausted all of my ideas, and Google is no help. It just says to call an electrician, and I'm like, yeah, well, I don't want to do that, but I'm gonna have to at some point, eventually. Okay, well, I'm gonna go find something to eat, and then I need to take a break for a little while, and then I'm gonna arrange this room, I guess. I gotta get all the books on the shelves so I can get to my other shelves to start moving other things in here. So yeah, so that's gonna be my project for today. I wish I had better updates. Like I wanna have like, oh, I did it, like I figured it out, and I don't. So I tried though. I tried. There's credit for trying, I guess, right? All right, I will update you guys probably to end out this vlog. I think it's going to be super, super long, probably longer than the first one. Sorry about that, but y'all know how I roll. All right. All right, hello, hi, I'm here to close out this vlog. As usual, the lighting is absolutely terrible, and without the ability to plug in a lamp, it's probably going to stay that way, unfortunately. So we were in my library. It is 90% done, maybe 95% done. I still have to move my computer desk in here, so I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour. Well, let me stand. You don't have to see the room that was, it's a huge mess now. So my computer desk is gonna go there where the little green machine is. I think it's gonna make this room, I mean, right now it looks all right. Like it looks like I have a lot of space, but the computer desk is definitely gonna probably make it a little bit more cramped. We'll see. But that is the only working outlet I have to use, so it's gotta go right there. So this is how you're gonna walk in from my bedroom. So I can literally walk into my library from my bedroom. So we have the cat tree. This chair was a bitch. It's wet because I just cleaned it with the green machine, but this chair was a bitch to move in here. I finally managed to get it, so that's exciting. I managed to, like, I have to go through and fix this up because it is just a mess. I got rid of some books. I'm going to get rid of some more so I can fit these are my historical romances here. This is my nonfiction shelf, historical romances, and then like my paranormal, mass markets, whatever. I'm going to definitely go through like this and figure out what to do with that because I need more space. So again, computer desk is going to be there, and then you turn around and I have my shelves. They fit wonderfully right here. It does bother me that this is not flush together, but I can't really do anything about it. That's just the wood is a little bit warped. But yeah, I'll eventually probably give you guys a more thorough tour once everything is done. Like I'll go through everything on my shelves. But yeah, that's it. The curtains are a little bit wrinkly. I know. I just put them up. The neighbor's dog was having a grand old time watching me through the window. So yeah, that's gonna be the end of this vlog. It's super long, I'm sure. Hopefully I cut a lot of it out that's excess, but I hope you guys enjoyed me having a bit of a meltdown. And I mean, I never got the electricity fixed.
whatever, I'll see how long I can deal with it, and then hopefully save up some money to get somebody in here. But until then, I'm just gonna have to make do and deal with it like I've been doing and hope nothing else goes out. But all right, that's it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I'll catch you in the next one, my next video. I don't know what's coming up next. I guess we'll see when I start getting things edited, but bye.